Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and we have the latest edition of Total Tarot magazine just arrived. So let's see what we've got in this one, which I think we've got a binder in here. Yep, we have a binder with all the fixings inside. Okay, so that's the binder. Oh, I've got the Runic Tarot, I can see that through there. Okay, actually I have the box edition, I think, of the Runic Tarot, so I might do a video and compare them. But for now, for today, let's have a look what's in the package. Okay. Oop. So we've got the magazines, and we have 49 and 48. So we'll look at those in a sec. And then we have the deck. Oh, next two cards. Yay! What have we got? We have got the Knights here, the Swords and the Pentacles. So the final cards in the Art Nouveau, Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. If we get the bling there, blingy blingy bling. So we'll put them in the bag. It's feeling quite heavy now, this box. Yep, so the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. Yeah, that completes the Knights. So we've got the Queens and the Kings to go. Gosh, it's going fast, isn't he? These are beautiful, beautiful cards. And the size of them as well. They're so, you know, compared to a normal size tarot deck, they're quite large, aren't they? Which is great. I like a large card myself. Anyway, put those away. I do believe you can only get this size of this deck in, you know, by collecting these magazines. I don't think they're available otherwise. I might be wrong. Correct me if I am. That's my understanding. So we've got the Runic Tarot. And there's a tuck box. And here are the cards. So let's take the cellophane off. Terribly sorry, there's an actual storm going on outside. I can hear things throwing about, and yeah, everything's going all over the place. It can get quite dangerous. I think there's a tin can or something outside. Sounds like it. Now, from what I remember of this deck, I found it quite dark tones, and so yeah, not easy on the eyes really. But yeah, let's have a little walk through and see. Let's see. So, runes are a different divination system, aren't they? So the concept here is to bring the two systems together. So let's see how that works, shall we? I'll bring as much light as I can onto this so we can have a good look. Okay, so we have the title card. The Magician. So the actual text looks like runes, rune script. It's a nice touch, isn't it? We've got a rainbow there. Massive horn. We have the High Priestess. There's what looks like a buffalo at the background. The Empress. So this Empress is spinning with a baby on the lap. Sometimes we see the Empress as pregnant. The Emperor. Real Viking feel to this, isn't there? Obviously it's a runic deck, and we can actually see a rune here. So I don't know if there's runes on every card. There's one there, look, Rado. Are they on every... yeah, there's one there, look. I'm trying to find it on there. Oh, yep, pointing to it. So it would appear to have runes on the cards as well. Where is it on this one? Can't see it. I actually can't see it on the High Priestess. So we have one here on the Empress. So there must be one on there, I'm just not seeing it. So yeah, the Hierophant, we have Widow. The Lovers. There's the rune. And there. So there's 2 runes on this one for each figure. We have cats on the Chariot, pulling the Chariot. With green eyes. Strength. We're in there. Like a Fae energy there. And there. Oh! We've got Fae. Oh, look at that. It's for Hermit. I think that's Isa or Isa. Don't quite know how it's pronounced. We have our wheel. So we've got the weavers, haven't we? The threads of fate. The Norns, I think they're called. Wow. Wow. That's Tiwa's. That's my rune. It's the one I try to identify with. Hanged Man. Sort of looks like they're on snow skis, but they've done a twist. Maybe in battle. Yeah, with these weapons. It's very strong masculine energy in these cards so far, I think. Sea of Death. Temperance. Wow, those hair. Amazing. Got lots of runes there. The Devil. Oh. Do you know, I've not looked at this tech in detail. Or maybe I should get the big one out and have a good look at the book, because it's fascinating me now. This dragon energy. The Tower, the Star. I found that, you know, with a lot of my decks, because I've had decks for many years, and I'm you know, they're stored. I don't work with them as much as I could. And when I see images of decks that I've got in my collection that I haven't looked at for a long time, it's like piques my interest again, and this is certainly doing that. Really strong. I think it's Jamie Alford who did the guidebook with this one. Okay. So is that the Ace of Cups? Yes. 2. So yeah, very Rider-Waite-Smith in interpretation. You don't need the big book, I presume, unless you're interested. But yeah, gosh, look at this, the Death Mask. I'm definitely going to have another look at the big guidebook. Celebrating the birth of a child in the 7, and look at this. That's interesting. Wow. I've got a squirrel climbing a tree down the 8, and this dragon here biting off a branch. Now I'm shining light on this, I'm seeing it much better. I hope you can too. And that's Sowilo, or Sol for the sun. A feast going on there in the 10. We have a bind rune. So a bind rune is a rune made up of other runes. So we've got I can see Tiwaz there, the arrow, I can see Soul there, and Fehu here, there. So that's a bind rune. I actually have a bind rune tattooed on an ankle of mine. And I always sign everything with my bind rune. Anyway, there's another one for the Knight of Cups. So it actually is adding an extra layer of meaning to the card. The Queen of Dolphins, King of Cups. Okay, so now we're on to what looks like possibly pentacles, maybe shields in this one. It would seem to be, wouldn't it? Settling down for something to eat there. Yeah, it's pentacles. 4. 5. Injured and out in the cold. 6. You can almost hear them beating those swords against their shields there. I loved the series Vikings. It was brilliant. Tiwaz. 7 of Pentacles. 8. 9. And the 10. Off on a raid. Page. So all the courts have got bind runes on them. A knight. Lovely horse. Look at that horse. Wow. The Queen. Lemon Grove, I think. Or is it apples? Might be apples, I think. Queen of Pentacles, that would make sense. And the King. Now we're on to wands. Piece. 2. Map. Mapping out the next move. But T-Wells again for the 3. So it might be an idea to actually go through the cards and find out the runes that are the same on different cards and see how that, you know, aligns to the card meaning. That'd be a nice thing to do. The 4. 5. Well. Wow. The 6. It's always going to be strong energy for a Viking themed deck. It's got to be, hasn't it? And 7. Such power. 8. 9. And the 10. Gosh. The fingers spreading all the energy out. Oof. I wonder if this is Odin actually, because we've got humming and thumbing up here. The crows, the ravens. I think the ravens, aren't they? Yeah. Odin's ravens. Page of Wands with sunflowers. The Knight. Oh, fiery energy there. Whoa. Queen. She looks quite friendly. And the King. Maybe not so friendly. Coming at you with all that fire. Okay, and final suit here is the Swords. 4. Just put wolf skin on. Shape-shifting. Oh. Oh. That's... wow. Yes, that's a startling image. 4. Viking funeral. 5. Yeah, it's been doing a lot of pillaging there. 6. Off into the sunset. 7. Oh, out to pounce. 8. Yeah. 9. The 10. I'm wondering if in the magazines they actually give the runic alphabet. I would imagine they will, so that you can actually work better with the deck. Anyway, 10. And then the court. So we have the page, the knight, the queen, finally the king. Okay, so that's the cards. I'll have a look at the magazines next. So the magazines, we have part 48 and part 49. So this is part 48. So I've lifted the camera as high as I can to try and get all the magazine in. Okay, so we've got the Empress image on the front. And the moon. I love it when they do the big images and you can really see them in detail. Yeah. So we have the contents page. And then we have the second part of the tarot journey. Here we have the Shaman Tarot, which is coming in part 60 and 61. Cool. Look at that. They've done a crystal grid on the chest there. Quite looking forward to that one. In issue 47, we began our exploration of the stops along the way on a typical reader's adventures with tarot. Not all of these will apply to all tarot enthusiasts. Which ones do you see reflected in you? So, tarot as a profession, a gateway to visual arts, and isn't it though, with all these beautiful images. Life and tarot, yes. Esoteric and occult studies, which is what I tend to use tarot a lot for. That and the art. Magical practice, yes, that's another, new identity, that's another one. A healing modality, some historical study, the psyche. Joining community, tarot community, which is what this is, isn't it? See and beyond. Okay, so discovering your own latent psychic, intuitive, mediumship or channeling abilities there. We have some images from the Pagan Tarot. This one is Shaman's Tarot. So this is the Shaman's Tarot again. How interesting to have like this image here above a modern cityscape. Well, different, hey? So our card in detail is the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the symbols explained, essential meanings, key phrase and some key words. Then the meaning of that card in different themes. So in the personal life, love, work, money, in divination, and psyche and soul. Then we have that court diagram again. So here we are on the court diagram, bottom right. And all about that, some questions. So you can ask these questions if the Knight of Pentacles is in your daily draw maybe, or within a spread. And you can journal on that. And we have images from different decks. Klimt. Money is used to shield oneself, but it cannot defend against the spirit. Tower of the Angels, we've had that one. And the Worth, we haven't had that one. Quite interested in that one actually. Occupations and appearance, so this is from historical writings on the card. All the court cards had definitions, so blonde hair, blue eyes, brown hair, brown, you know, that that's how they used to differentiate the court cards. Not so much anymore. Anyway, traditional meanings, upright and reversed, and then some more images. So we have the John Bower, which we had, Nefertiti's, the Pagan, Universal Celtic, which we had, Universal Fantasy, the Fae, Silver Witchcraft, and Tarot of the Pagan Cats. And they seem to have sort of slightly different meanings in different decks. So for the John Bower, it's Take Your Time, for instance, and then in the Fae, it's the joy of returning home. In the Universal Fantasy, it's the King of the Little World. In the Universal Celtic, it's Harmony of Elements. So it's all, yeah, sort of different nuances in different decks. So we have a spread. So this is the language of flowers. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Oh my days. So I've been talking about the book I read, The Language of Flowers. I've been talking about the other book about the language. Oh, I can't believe this. This is so synchronistic. Oh well. Actually, I'll put a link to the video where I was talking about this, and then this book here, that's the companion to The Language of Flowers, which is the book I was reading, and it all tells you about different flowers, and yeah, amazing book. Daffodil is all about new beginnings, and this is really useful actually, because I could use it alongside tarot, because there are flowers in tarot, and so therefore I can look at the flower and see if there's an inherent meaning in the card that's aligned to that flower. So that's, yeah. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm sorry, I'll calm down now. But anyway, this is a bouquet. It uses 6 cards and it uses a full deck. And it's to help the querent to understand their feelings, both the obvious ones and the hidden ones, and prepare them to accept the advice offered by the cards. This is how the cards are laid out. So we start here at the top and then we come down here. This is the different meanings of the positions, and yeah, again here, and then the synthesis of the spread. And I've used the Harmonious Tarot for this one, which is apt really, isn't it, because there are a lot of flowers in that deck, so that's nice. It's good how they're actually coming backwards and forwards here. Look at this. So this is all about Greek mythology and the meaning of flowers. So the passion of anemone, the vanity of the Narcissus. Oh yeah, he was the one that was looking in the water at his own reflection. Was it Narcissus? Anyway, so we've got a list of the major arcana, their associated flowers, and the meanings of those flowers. How cool is that? And that's going to carry on in the next issue. Okay, Tarot Deck Library is the Runic Tarot background and the concepts. Jack Sephiroth, he was the artist, I think. Yeah, artwork and design, and the author was Jamie Alford. Yeah, I thought it was. Runic meanings. I wonder if they will give those. So we've got some short meanings for each of the majors there, and then for the minors they're given an actual card in detail. How cool is that? Brilliant. That's what we need. A bit more in depth, I think. I like in depth. Anyway, we have a visual reference here to the major cards, and then where to go in the magazine for practicing your skills, and then a sneak peek at the next issue, which is here. So let's have a look at this one. And we have that Queen of Wands on the front there. Sorry about the glare from the top light, but we need it this time of year. Anyway, Advanced Meanings 1, so we've got the start of a new series here, and using esoteric meanings, I think, with the basic meanings, and then we can go a lot deeper, can't we? Adapting the interpretation, how to use thematic meanings, going deeper. So we've got meanings that relate to the private life, divination, soul and psyche, and we get that in the back here, don't we, all the time. We always get that with the card in detail. So we've got an example here using the full, essential meanings, and then advanced, and then combining the meanings. And I think that's where a lot of people trip up, isn't it? You know, it's one thing learning each card individually, but seeing how they interact with each other can actually be a little bit difficult. And yeah, a stumbling block sometimes. So we have the Queen of Pentacles as the card in detail. We have some of the symbols explained. Got the rabbits. Yes, on the ground the rabbit symbolises fertility. Suggests that her life is in flow and alignment. Isn't it just brilliant having the large image? I love it. Okay, so the essential meanings: abundance, conservation, taking care of the little things, and then some keywords. Do you know what? I have never noticed that on the top of the Queen of Pentacles crown. Only now I can see. I wonder what that is. It actually doesn't give meaning for that either in the symbols section, but I wonder what that is. Anyone know? It looks sort. Actually, if I look this side, it looks like there's a little face there. I'm not sure. Ooh, something to research. Anyway, the themes, the meanings of the card in different themes. So personal life, divination, psyche and soul. We're here now on the court diagram. And we have what the card shows us, a description of the card. Then we have some different images from different decks. The same ones here: Worth, Angels and Klimt. The physical persona, here we go again. So like occupations: gardener, caretaker, teacher, nurse, finance, healer, chef, business owner, decorator, designer, sculptor, restaurateur. Appearance: a dark-haired woman, dark skin and brown eyes. It really doesn't actually apply anymore. So that's the traditional way of reading the card. Then we have some more traditional meanings, upright and reversed. Some questions that we could journal with. Then we have some more images. So we've got the Civil Witchcraft. I love that day. Nefertari, vice versa. We've had that one. The Pagan, the Fae. It's very simplistic, the Fae deck, doesn't it? John Bauer, which we've already had. The Shaman Tarot, and then Tarot of the Pagan Cats. Was quite intriguing. So we've got the second part of that bouquet spread. Just checking to see everything's in frame here. I think I've got the camera at a funny angle, but hopefully you can see everything. So we have an example of that spread from the last issue, and then a breakdown of it with some cards that have been drawn here. So a nice example to play with. That carries on there. And a little snippet of advice when giving a reading that involves the emotions. And now we're talking about some problem cards. Now then, in this instance, it's about when cards come up that look, you know, difficult to interpret, and how to overcome that as an obstacle. How to interpret problem cards. We're going back to history here, so Papas Part 2. It's all about Papas. That's the same image we had before, isn't it? This looks like the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot here. And then we've got a visual reference to the minor arcana in the Runic Tarot, where to go in the magazine for practicing, and a sneak preview of what's coming up. So what is coming up? Well, Medieval Tarot. Do not know this one. Intriguing. Here we have, okay, try the Alchemy Transmutation spread. The card in detail is the King of Pentacles, and we get the first part of, or the majors, from the Medieval Tarot, and then following on from that we have the Queen of Wands in the Golden Art Nouveau. Queen of Cups was in this one. And then we've got the Queen of Wands. And we have all about Oswald Worth. We'll be getting the Worth Tarot, one wonders. The card in detail is the Ace of Wands. And we get the minors of the Medieval Tarot then. I'm just wondering what the article will be about in this one. But I'm not seeing that. Okay. This is actually damaged, this magazine. Got a rip in it, but never mind. It'll be alright. Okay, so that's the Total Tarot magazines, part 48, part 49, with the Runic Tarot. And I've put them away now, haven't I? But the next cards in Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, bye friends.